Thanks so much for joining us. We're here in our downtown studios. John Ramdeen alongside Robin Black. Coming up Friday, November 4th, that is the return of TKO 36 in Montreal at the beautiful La Tohu. And one of the things we love about the TKO organization is that based on history, they understand talent. They understand prospects. So many fighters that spent time fighting for the TKO promotion made their way to the highest level, being the Ultimate Fighting Championship. The list really goes on and on. Rich Franklin, Sean Shirk, Hatsuhioki, of course, UFC poster boy, George St. Pierre, Mark Hominick, Sam Stout. I don't need to go on and do it. Uriah Faber.
Did you say Sean Shirk?
Exactly. So many guys. And what's great is that they're using that old TKO model. They're looking at some of the fighters that have fought for the promotion in the past. A guy like Justin Bruckman, for example, who was their welterweight champion. He's now producing talent. Lindsey Garbutt is going to be on this card. TKO just signed Derek Falk, Manchild, a guy that everybody is talking about right now. Why is it that prospects are so important? Got to give a shout out to Justin Bruckman, one of the best martial artists around.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, and imagine, so if you're Stefan Patry, the promoter, where can you find people that you can count on, people that have the same spirit that you came? You go to Justin and you see what his prospects look like, and his prospects look pretty darn good. Like that Manchild kid, he's not fighting on this card. He'll be someone to watch on the next card. The way this kid floats around, his work ethic, his mind. Lindsey Garbutt, man, watch her. When everything, she's a very smart fighter, technically very good. Her head moves extraordinarily well, her distribution of weight, but it's really her smarts, their decision making, and the fact that she's not overthinking when she makes those decisions. They become instantaneous. These are great, great young prospects, man. TJ Laramie, one of Reno Belcastro, another one of these. You're going to some of the Ontario and Quebec and Canadian legends to get their new young prospects. Adrenaline, Reno down in Windsor, Justin, the best of Quebec. I mean, you're going to find the nuggets where the old nuggets were. Justin's old now, man. He can't fight George St. But didn't he just run half a marathon and fight in kickboxing the night before? Okay, maybe he can. Sorry, love, don't kill me.
What's amazing about it is, we're talking about prospects, and what is a prospect? Because we have Malcolm Gordon, who is also on the card representing the Adrenaline Training Center. A lot of people out there believe that Malcolm Gordon should be fighting in the Ultimate Fighting Championship right now. Instead, I'm pretty sure he's going to deliver to us one of the fights of the night as he's taking on Demitri Wardenberg.
Challenging fight, man. Again, he's got to be ready. So is Malcolm Gordon a prospect? No, not to me. Not to me, man. Malcolm Gordon can beat a top 40 flyweight or bantamweight in the world tomorrow night. But he's facing a tough one. And this is fight of the night. I'm telling you now, like, if there's anywhere in Vegas you can go and put that on, just bet the house on this. Demitri Wardenberg, Wunderbar, however you want to say Dimitri's name. He is an incredibly exciting fighter, really underappreciated because I think he's recorded at 19 fights, 11 wins and 8 losses, but so many other fights, and every one of them is a dangerous fight for all parties involved. Him, his opponent, the ref, just a really, really spectacular fighter. And we've seen him have some incredible performances, and he gets better all the time. Been training down in Brazil, been training in California. You think his wrestling isn't on par? It is, man. Will Romero is a talented guy, and we called his fight at Fight for Pride, and he was able to out-wrestle and really look spectacular in the intangibles and the wrestling in the in-between positions. So Malcolm should be the favorite in this, and I suspect that he is, but this is an action fight.
When you look at the style of these fights, because the one thing about Demitri is that, he's a fighter. He'll take any fight. It doesn't matter the skill level. He believes he's on par with anybody in his division. Is that always the smart thinking? Or does he just chalk it up to experience? Whether I win or lose, because Justin Bruckman told me the reason why he loves Lindsey and Manchild is the fact that it's all about the competition, that the wins and losses are secondary to the fact that you go out there and you get the experience of the fight.
You can learn lessons from these fighters by watching them. You're going to be entertained, but watching fighting, you're supposed to take extra things from it. The outcome, the consequences, the result, that's not the thing. The thing itself is the thing, being present in the moment, going for it, and competition itself. Those are who these people are. That's, again, why the fights are at the level they're at, and that's, again, what Demitri does. You know, Demitri and his father, Dirk, who's a great fighter in his own right, and his coach, Dirk believes Demitri belongs in the UFC, and I can't argue with him. If he can beat a Malcolm Gordon, they believe that's the next step. And Dimitri's nickname is No Stress. And it's no stress for him, but he will stress you. The thing about it is, back to your original question, is it always good to take on the best guys? Dimitri's a real fighter. He's a true fighter in every moment, in every sense of the word. But Malcolm Gordon, when it comes to just pure skill and execution, is on another level of possibly Demitri and probably everybody he's ever faced. So if Malcolm is out there being Malcolm and Demitri is out there being Demitri, we got us a killer fight.
It really will be a tremendous night of mixed martial arts. Again, mark it on your calendar. It goes down Friday, November 4th from La Tohu in Montreal. It is the return of TKO.